Well, another breaking. Chief Minister Omar Abdullah today chaired an emergency meeting with the deputy commissioners of all border districts through video conferencing to assess the situation in the wake of intense cross-border shelling in these districts. The situation and preparedness to deal with exigencies was reviewed in view of the current developments and escalating tension, particularly along the LOC and districts close to the international border. All right, joining us now is our special correspondent, Idris Loan. Thank you so much, Idris Loan, for joining us again. Just a few minutes ago, we were talking about how Chief Minister Omar Abdullah just conducted his meeting where he took a briefing upon the current situation as the tensions arise in the area right after these strikes conducted. What is the latest that you can bring in on that?
Well, the Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir, Omar Abdullah, did held at least 3 meetings today. One was with his cabinet ministers. Another one was a meeting that was done via video conferencing with all the deputy commissioners of the major districts of Jammu and Kashmir, especially the ones which are closer to the line of control. Omar Abdullah basically directed all of the deputy commissioners of the districts to be alert and also provide all sorts of help to the people who live very close to the line of control, who have come under the fire from the Pakistan army side since the last 6 to 7 hours. As we know that there have been 8 deaths in the Poonch area, whereas over 30 people have been injured in the shelling that Pakistan has been carrying out on the line of control in the Poonch sector since 3 o'clock in the morning. So after that, Omar Abdullah swung into action. He took a meeting with all the deputy commissioners, directing them to reach out to all the people who are in need. On the other hand, he also met with his cabinet ministers where they discussed threadbare about if there is an escalation on the line of control, the preparedness on the ground, what measures should be taken to reach out to people and also keep especially the food items and everything, medicines in place. There was the drill that has been cancelled as of now would have been a part of it, that the preparedness of the hospitals, of other institutions was to be seen if at all there's an escalation on the line of control. On the other hand, Omar Abdullah also spoke with the Home Minister Amit Shah and gave him a brief about the current situation in Jammu and Kashmir. We've also seen the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha, taking a high-level meeting discussing at threadbare the possible, if at all there is a possibility of escalation on the line of control from the Pakistani side, what is the preparedness that they have all across Jammu and Kashmir.
Right, and of course, I'm guessing the meeting would also be briefing upon any security measures that the civilians need to take place. How is the situation there? How are the civilians coping up with all this tension developing in the region?
Well, the situation is very tense, especially for the people living very close to the line of control and international border. The northern part of Kashmir, we've seen people moving out just a while ago from the Chowkibal area of Kupwara district, where we saw massive shelling from the Pakistani side for at least 5 to 6 hours. Dozens of houses were completely destroyed during that shelling, but thankfully the people had moved out of those houses before the shelling started. While as in the Poonch district, we did see that a huge escalation from the Pakistani side, not only targeting the Indian Army's installations, but also the civilian population and their properties. Houses worth crores of rupees have been destroyed and damaged due to the ceasefire violation and the shelling from the Pakistani side. We've seen 8 people have been killed in those shelling incidents, while as over 30 have been injured. They're all being treated at the hospital. 2 of the patients are said to be critical among those 30 as well. Now rescue operations on the Indian security forces along with the Jammu and Kashmir police carrying out the evacuation process of those people living close to the line of control and international border. We've seen during the night they were told to hide inside the bunkers that are made in these areas, but later on they were told to evacuate themselves, get themselves out of these places. While at most of the places security forces did help these people, but we did see some people coming out of their houses on their own also, because they're scared that if there is an escalation, if there is war between India and Pakistan, they will be the first one to bear the brunt.
Absolutely, and it's absolutely right, because as you said, mock drills were postponed because it's not the time to actually prepare for it, but because it's actually happening and there is high chances of any kind of attack. Is there any kind of assistance that the Chief Minister has probably asked the Prime Minister Modi or the centre to look forward to, considering the escalating tensions in the region?
Sorry, I didn't get your question, but let me tell you that there is a meeting that has been called by the Home Minister with the Chief Ministers of all the states, which are the bordering states, which includes Jammu and Kashmir, Rajasthan, Gujarat. On the other side, also the border that India shares with Bangladesh. All the Chief Ministers have been called for a video conferencing meeting, which will start in a while, where they'll be discussing about the possibility, if at all there is an escalation on the borders, how to tackle that kind of a situation.
Absolutely, that's exactly what I wanted information from you, because considering the fact that the tensions have been rising and Prime Minister Modi, he is on his way to meet President Draupadi Murmu, if there's any kind of assistance that Chief Minister has asked for from the Prime Minister, and with the kind of readiness that the state can prepare for any sort of escalation that they see happening in the region.